So hi everyone, I'm Micah. I'm a 24-year-old singer-songwriter from Trinidad and Tobago, and 2020 told me to get a 9-to-5 job, and I listened. In 2020, I got my degree in environmental and natural resource management. A decent field, but not a field that I care about, if I'm being honest. I tried to start a print-on-demand business in terms of like selling shirts and mugs and all those things. That didn't work out. I started a Teespring store, I think, yes. That's what I tried to do. It didn't work. I had the Instagram, I had the brand name, all of that didn't work. I tried to start a second YouTube channel. That also did not work. I tried really hard on this channel to change up my content, and that also just did not work. Now, as you can imagine, throughout the year, trying a bunch of different things and them not working will lead to some form of frustration. I ended up being frustrated and upset because I wanted those business things to work out, because I wanted also to improve my quality, because I spent the entire year trying on this channel and then another channel using a very terrible Samsung phone. It's a Samsung G6 Plus. You don't know what that is. I barely know what it is. You don't know what that is. And that is what I recorded all my videos on. Oh my god, the dogs are coming for me. Hello dogs. Hi. Hi, Menaces. Oh my god, I'm looking. Oh, they're so friendly. They are so friendly. You seen the dogs, right? There's like a fish in that thing. Do not lick me with that tongue. Not with that tongue. So we had to take a quick break from the dogs, and we're inside now. I want to stress how much I did not want to do any sort of traditional 9-to-5. I just did not want to do it. But at the end of 2020, it just reached a point where I kind of had to. It was stay stuck, and I know that opportunity or move forward and make money and change the bad things about my channel and the way that I was headed, or not. So I spiced up my resume, sent it in, got an interview. The interview went very well, and then I got the job. Okay, hi. I love to say okay, hi before I do anything. What is the name of this video? Like, what's the name of this video? Oh my gosh. I worked a normal job for 3 months. Here's what I learned. I pulled and I ew. Oh my god. You know what? No. Let it look terrible. Let it look horrible. Because in the future, it's not gonna look like this. This is the Sunday before the Monday. Duh. This is the Sunday before I actually go to work. Going to my normal job. I just want this place to be nice. I want the people who I have to work at least directly with to be nice. Everybody else doesn't have to be nice, but at least the people that I have to be there with every single weekday, I need them to be nice. Other than that, I'm good. I'm good. I'm seeing this as an opportunity to learn, to add something to my story that makes it more interesting, to earn some cash, honestly, to put towards investing in this YouTube channel. Because how I looked in the beginning of this video with my better quality camera, that's how I want to look. Okay? That's what I'm working towards. That's what I want for me. Not this. I don't want this anymore. This has been 11 months of this. And maybe in 2 years I could be where I want to be going down this route, but I think that this route was presented to me so that I could speed it up a little bit. So that I could be in 4K. You know, so that I could color correct and for it to actually do something, for me to not look overly red in my videos. Yeah. It's really sickening, it really is. It sounds so minor, but when you're filming yourself almost every day, it's irritating. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm taking this job. I want to elevate myself relatively quickly. As I said, it's only 3 months. 3 months is really not that long of a time, but I want to elevate and I want to move up quicker and faster. And hopefully by improving the quality of my videos, people stay
you know? Because I get some views, but it's like people, like, do they want to stay? Are they getting the quality that they need? I'm hopeful that tomorrow is a good day.
You're still looking crispy. This is the 1 month update. It's technically 5 weeks, but I wanted to wait until I had a better camera before I filmed that. This week was not it. Not it. I fantasized about quitting more than I probably should have, but I did. The need for money. I have to remind myself that money from the job bought me the mic that I'm using right now. It got me the lens that I plan to use for this, but it doesn't look good for some reason. It got me a lot of things, but that being said, I want to be self-employed. Por favor. At 1 month, I'm already thinking about leaving. I want to leave. I'm ready. I just want to talk about what I have learned after working a 9-to-5 job for 3 months. Because I learned a lot of things. I really hope I'm coming across like Nathaniel Drew right now. Like an expert, like a 20-something-year-old who just figured out everything. Even though that's really not me. I just hope I come across that way. The first thing that I learned is that I'm capable of more than I thought. This has sub-points. The first thing being, I'm capable of practicing emotional regulation. When you are working a 9-to-5 job and you're upset or like somebody upsets you, at least in the setting that I was in, you don't have time to be upset. You have between 5 seconds to 5 minutes to deal with those emotions. And you don't really even get to have like a heart-to-heart, face-to-face conversation with anybody. Places say that you should do these things, but then 2 hours pass when you finally get the time and it's like, do I really want to talk about that again? So I had to practice regulating my emotions, and if I'm angry, I can't be angry in this moment because there's still a job to be done. So I really had to learn to practice emotional regulation and processing my emotions much faster than I was accustomed doing it, and doing things while being angry, honestly. And working a 9-to-5 job definitely forced me to do that. Another point that I did not know I was capable of was completing tedious tasks. We have to consider what my particular 9-to-5 job was, and it entailed a lot of admin assistant work, which is extremely tedious, and that was something that I did not know that I was capable of doing. I didn't know I was capable of folding thousands of envelopes, of gluing thousands of envelopes, folding thousands of pieces of paper. I did not know that I was capable of really tedious, lame data entry, but I became good at it. That was just something that I did not know that I was capable of. I did not know I was capable of ignoring how I felt about a task and becoming proficient at it. I still struggle to this day to edit, but in a 9-to-5 work environment, there's expectations on you, and if you're not working, they'll find work for you to do. And if you're not working, you just feel bad in that setting because there's a lot of accountability there, because people can see what you're doing. At least in that particular office space. So even if you didn't want to do the tedious tasks, at the end of the day you just felt pressured to do it because it's your job and you're here for 8 hours, you gotta do something. So I got good at it because I had to do it repeatedly, because it was literally doing the same things almost every day. A lot of stuff did go wrong, not gonna lie with that. Every day there seemed to be a new problem, but the tasks themselves, you basically did them every day. So I got good at doing tedious things. Another element of just this first point alone is that I got more used to fast-paced work. I realized that I do not like fast-paced work, but I got more used to it. I personally don't like fast-paced work because it makes me feel stressed. I like to take my time. I like things slow. I like things predictable, steady pace. And I like to be able to say stop if I want to stop. In this 9-to-5 environment that I was in, I couldn't do that. I just had to keep going. And at the beginning, when I was less efficient at what I was doing, I had to move even faster, or it felt even faster, because where I was before was at home, and I was at home trying a bunch of things, but at my own pace, you know, versus being there. And again, it all comes down to that accountability. And if other people want to move quickly, you have to move as quick as them. They're not going to slow down for you. You have to speed up for them. And that was something that I did not know that I was capable of doing, speeding up for people. The last section of point number 1, I promise it's almost done, is that I learned that I was capable of juggling multiple things in one day. Imagine a day where at 7 a.m. you have driving lessons, 8:45 you have work, and then after work at 4:30 you have to go to the gym. And then after the gym, you have to go to the grocery store to buy food. Like, that was an actual day for me. That sounds like a nightmare. Now, that sounds so terrible. I did not know that I was capable of living a day like that. And that's not to say before I went to this 9-to-5 job that my days did not have hectic elements before, but it didn't involve going to different locations. Like, okay, I'm busy today at home. But imagine being busy and you have to go to a bunch of different locations. Like, you have to kind of will yourself to go to these locations, and after 8 hours of work you're tired, but you still have to go to the gym and you still have to get groceries. And that was something I did not know that I was capable of doing, of having legitimately like 12-hour days where you wake up at 6 and then you get home at 5:30. So 12 and a half. I did not know that I was capable of doing that. I never wanted to do that, and I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do it. Like, just because I'm capable of it doesn't mean I want to do it, but at least I know that I can do it. So the second thing, but finally on point number 2, I learned that work relationships, like working relationships, they are complicated. They're complicated because people have different work styles, and because of people's work styles and people's communication styles is very important too. I think in relationships in general are just complicated, so working relationships are no different. But I guess I did not expect for work relationships to be so complicated, because sometimes you get really mad, like people's work styles. I think that for some reason, like, that bothers in a different kind of way when you have to work with somebody and their work style is just not like yours. Like, they want to move too quickly and they want to do too many things for the sake of efficiency, and it's just like, no, chill out. I didn't realize that I was such a chill out person until working that 9-to-5 job. The third thing that I learned is that money isn't everything. Money is not everything. I'm saying that for you 25-year-olds who are in your bed wondering what you're doing with your life. Because you know what? I'm wondering, like, what is going on in my life? I need money. Money will solve all of my problems. Money isn't everything. If money was everything, I would have stayed at that 9-to-5 job past my 3 months, because they did offer me more time. But money is not everything. You have to put a kind of a dollar value on how stressed you're willing to be for a job. And I think that money is important. And if you have to work a 9-to-5 job because what you want to do requires money, and you can get that opportunity, and it's something that's going to happen very quickly, I would say suck it up and do it, especially if it's for like 3 to 6 months. I'm glad it wasn't 6 months for me, because I don't think I could have, because my mood, like, emotional regulation was going down. That's the best way to say it. It was going down. It was getting harder. But I would say do it. But money isn't everything, and eventually you're going to have to make that leap. You're never going to feel safe enough, but you're going to make that leap to decide that my dreams are worth more than this salary. Because you have to remember, our salary is dependable, predictable, reliable, but it's also not very scalable. And it's also something that somebody else decides for you. Why can't I make $10,000 a month? Who decided that? Who decided that because I have these particular qualifications that this is where I should cut off in terms of making money? You didn't, somebody else did. And I had to remind myself that money is not everything. I can make more money in different avenues. Reliability, predictability, dependability, and safety, security, whatever you want to call it, it's not everything either. And that's how people get stuck in places for longer than they wanted to. Point number 4, I like being my own boss. I do what I want to report to nobody. I want to decide when I do things. I want to work at my own pace. I don't want to do tasks that I feel like I should not have to, or that I think are stupid, unless I decide to. I don't like decisions being made for me. And that's just who I am as a person. I'm an INFJ. Get into that rare personality type. I don't do well with authority. I don't like it. And point number 5, the final point of this video, is that I learned that leaving a job, even though it was your plan, even if you wanted to, it wasn't easy for me telling my family that I was leaving. In fact, I waited until the day of to do that. It wasn't easy to tell people at work I was leaving. If I didn't have to, like if they weren't like making plans for me to stay, I probably would have waited to tell them the day of too. It felt like I was quitting, even though I was just leaving at the end of my contracted period. It still felt like quitting, which is not, something that I even expected, but it happens. At the end of the day, you're leaving something, and leaving something for some reason just feels bad, no matter what. And there's no way around that. So that's something that you also need to bear in mind. That's something that I learned, is that leaving somewhere, unless it was like super abuse, the place that I was working at was not super abuse, so you're gonna feel some type of way. And you're gonna feel scared. I'm still scared. I'm scared right now. I'm scared recording this video. Granted, the video looks good. I'm not recording on my phone anymore. So I feel wonderful about that. I feel like at least the viewers will have something pleasant to watch if they do want to watch. But a lot of the things that I have right now, a lot of the things that are gonna take my YouTube channel to the next level, I got due to working that 9-to-5 job. Even elements of my workflow have been impacted based on that 9-to-5 job. And it has impacted also the way that I interact with my team now, because I have a team of people, a team of friends honestly, that I'm working with to make music videos. Speaking of making music videos, for those interested in high quality pop music and high quality pop music videos, my Patreon is way more music focused than this channel is. And it's just a space where I want to give like a VIP experience when it comes to my music in terms of the behind the scenes, early access, blog posts, stuff like that I have over there on my Patreon, because at the end of the day my goal is to be a pop star, to be a pop singer. Ultimately that's why I left the 9-to-5, because I'm chasing that dream hard now. I have a video on Patreon. When you click the link that explains everything that's going on with the Patreon, so just click the link and click that video, watch it, it's less than 5 minutes and you'll understand what's going on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have a video that I think that you will all enjoy. Click it right here, and then the subscribe button is right here if I did my job right, okay? And I will see you all in this video. Thank you so much for sharing this experience with me, and thank you so much for being here on this journey to becoming a pop star. Bye, my dancers!